Welcome back to From the Bench, everybody. As always, it's Eric, and today we have another card show vlog. Today, it is the Hub City Card Show. It is the first card show of the year 2024. Good little show. It's local. There's 2 levels. It's downstairs, upstairs. Always good amount of guys there. Bunch of good dealers and everything else. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. And here we go. Yeah, always look. Yep. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's such a hard. What is it? The blue china. It's hard to carry price. That's nice. Yeah. Okay. I wonder if he's here. There's like a big carry price collector. I don't know if he's still here. I don't know if he's here. He's from Nova Scotia, but he's a good guy.
There's one that's actually an air guard. This one.
This one?
That's actually.
Oh, that's not okay. That's not carry price. Back then it was Halak.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, it's out of 25, so it's.
Now, did they get their name wrong, or they get the
Because it says in the back that it's priced. Like even the back picture is allowed.
Yeah. That's funny.
No, it's not allowed. It's
Who else would it be? Oh yeah, okay. What year is that now? Oh, 2020. I thought it was older. I thought it was like 2010s type of thing. That's cool.
I noticed that right.
Yeah. See if I can.
This one, I can only find one for sale.
Yeah. Yeah.
One's for sale for
270K. Yeah. Carry price. Tenders. 25. Vez and I'll put a space between that.
Because I couldn't find any that sold.
Yeah, so it's a good little promo here. So I just use like Card Ladder for everything. That's how I price like everything. And with Card Ladder Pro, I can go back like forever, right? So I get like sales of 2022. So 2022, it sold. This is US, but 50 US and 36 US. There's some other ones. 2021, one sold for essentially $100. That would be like 60. So like, yeah. So it's one kind of like why I always use that thing, because like, you know, when you look at it, you're like, man, that has, you know, that'd probably be a $200 card, and then you look at it, it's like, apparently everybody else doesn't agree with us. So
What, 2 years ago?
that's 2022. So that would be November 18th, 2022. So like a year ago.
So that would have been when he was out. When he first
Yeah, shortly after, I guess. Yeah, because he would have been in. Well, he never played since the run in the bubble, which would be 2021. Yeah, so 2021. 2020. Yeah, he didn't play in 2020. They did the bubble the summer 2020. So that's.
I gotta look at his DB now.
Yeah, so that's a year after.
Yeah.
He would have missed all 2021. So yeah, but even like 2020. There's only 5 sales of it ever.
Was the last time he played.
Yeah, there's only six sales of it total.
Yeah.
I guess he came back after the run.
Played 5 games, I think.
Yeah. What else we got here? Carry price.
On eBay there is one for sale.
Yeah.
But it just didn't sell.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like I said, they probably think, hey, I gotta, this is a pretty good deal. Once again,
Yeah.
carry price, patch auto out of 25. Yeah.
You can basically say it's a 3-color patch. Look, there's
Yeah, there is a little red. Good here. that exact one. I think it's when you bought it. 9? No, this is 6. So the 9, which is pretty similar, out of 25, that sold for 60. Yeah, so you're under. So it's actually $80. So you're actually under that one.
Yeah, I tried to.
Yeah. Oh, you just don't know.
And this one, I was looking at them, okay, and the McDavid of this year sold for $350.
Yeah.
Matthews sold for $3.
Yeah.
Hughes sold for $175. So, and I was looking at the other years,
Yeah.
like the ones with just the outside borders,
Yeah.
and they were all selling a lot cheaper
Wow.
than this year. So I don't know if this one's more desired.
It could have been like if they sold like when Eller first came out type of thing too. Like you always get that like first week bump. Like that's why I always like to open a lot of stuff like
So
when it first comes out.
to what you told me,
Yeah.
but I don't know, it might be more.
Yeah, it could be.
There's a guy that does breaks, and he said I wouldn't go under like 180.
Yeah.
But I mean, I went with your price.
Yeah, I just go off of like what stuff goes for. So this is you're probably close to that. That's 50. Last sale was 2022. It was 50 US, so essentially 75, 70.
Yeah.
And then what is this? Premier.
Because I'm just looking at PC only price and Suzuki, but I want to narrow it down to Suzuki only now.
Yeah.
See what I can do with that.
Price. Suzuki Quad maybe. These ones are always hard when you get like the 4 names on it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so you're probably right around the same. Yeah. What? It'll be later on, so it'll be up on YouTube. It's probably Monday once I get around to editing and stuff. I gotta cut everything down and stuff, so it is a lot of work. When you sit here for like 4 hours and then you have to like cut all the different film and stuff and see.
Like half an hour video, 20-minute video.
Yeah, and you're like, and even then, like it's probably too long at some points because you kind of ramble on, like I usually do. But
I like it.
yeah, so that one's 20, like probably $20, around the same 20, 25, depending on what it was. Yeah, I don't mind. It's Montreal stuff, so it's stuff that easily sells. That one you might be able to get more from like somebody else. Like I said, that just for me, like knowing like it'd be a little bit lower, but essentially,
What would you offer on it?
like it'd be for me just because like what it goes, like what I've seen it kind of goes for. It's like I said, well, the last one sold for like 50 US and like 36, and yeah, like I said, so it's like $40, right? Like it's like so it's better in your PC rather than in somebody else's collection at that price. We'll just
Yeah, I'll hang on to this one.
yeah. So essentially what I usually do is I just add up the values and I just pay a like percentage. So essentially I'd be probably like 115. So it's 160 total value essentially. Yeah, so it's just 70. Sometimes I do a little bit more, but like I said, the stuff that's like just where I gotta take something like this, like if I take $20 and it sells for 25, it's just, you know, that's 80% essentially, right? So just try to on the lower stuff, try to do it, but essentially 115 for the 4 of them. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect, man. What was your name again?
Bobby.
Bobby?
You interested in this guy though?
It's those ones like there's the high upside of it, and then there's the the potential for like it sits for the next 2 years. And Allure is just one of those sets where sometimes it's once again good or did I do math right there? 60, 50, yeah, 110, 20. Perfect, buddy. Thank you. I'll put some stickers on these and get them out.
See if anybody else is interested and knows what this is.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
No problem. So picked up the Carey Price. Got the patch auto out of 35 from Ultimate Collection, or patch of auto Ultimate Collection out of 35. I got an SP Game Music Carey Price. Kind of an error card. It's not Carey Price in the picture. And last but not least, quad from Premier. Good deal, Bobby. Oh my God, yeah. What's up, buddy? How much?
Yeah. That's silly. Did you see that?
Yeah. Did you end up selling it? Oh, you're 9. There you go. 9. So what do those sell for?
I was gonna say,
For something free. When was it free when you were there? Yeah, but still. But if you pay for the conference and you get $1,000 card, that's.
Stu got the trade for Trevor Lawrence. He graded it too because they were doing. If he did value plus, PSA, because they were right on the site.
Yeah.
If he did value plus, they were doing 10-day turnaround. So they were doing it only for the platinum.
Yeah.
Stu got a 7, which I was talking to buddies.
Oh, they're hard. Yeah.
He did more than a 7. I sent him a picture. Pretty much
Best you're gonna get. Oh yeah. Yeah, I watched the Great Curator, the guy on he picked up an old school Jordan one in China or whatever over there in a show, and he came back here and they graded. I think it came back like a 9, which is like holy shit. Like it's like I looked it up. I think it's like a $20,000 card, like $30,000 card. Oh yeah. I seen that, the pink one. Yeah, whatever it is.
which is the second hardest.
Okay.
And somebody pulled me on it. Somebody was like, it looked like a mosh pit.
Yeah.
And one guy just grabbed it. Right over the PSA. Put that down right now.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
What did the Jack Quinn?
What number you have on the McDavid? Auto.
That one is 1,200. Yeah. Hot one. Okay.
But the raw sold for 300.
Okay. Draw. The next big one, the bottom.
Oh, no, that would have been even a bigger card back in 2013.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what else you had in here. Do you want me to put these in?
So the only thing I'm looking at, so I just do everything through Card Ladder. Come on. So like I see that one that sold in November, but they're all like pretty much around the same. They're all not ungraded, obviously, but they're all right around $200, $200 US, 175. Pretty standard. Used to be way cheaper. Used to be $46 back in 2019, but yeah. So the way I usually work.
That's US, by the way?
Yeah, it's all US.
Yeah.
Essentially, for me, it's the easiest way because that's essentially with US pricing. It's essentially what I end up offering somebody. Just with the exchange rate, 75-80%. It's pretty much what I pay when it comes to it. So I'd be probably anywhere around the 200 range because, like I said, there's just being 2 sales that are right at 200 and then 220. I'd say probably at 200 because that'd be 200 ends up being 260 or 270. So I'd pay 200 of that.
Even as it graded?
It might have a little bit of a bump on the graded, but it's a 9, so like it's a thick card, which gives it, but it might be a little bit more, but not a. I said probably not a ton, just because, like I said, it's a 9. If it was a 10, then yeah, you'd be looking at, probably $500-600 type of thing.
Yeah, so I was thinking like $350 for it.
Yeah, $350. Probably not too far off. Like I said, I'd probably.
I could do like my best would be 300.
Yeah, I'd probably be like 250, just because, like I said, it would be 200. Then I'd put a little bit of a premium on it for the being graded and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But that'd probably be where I'm at. But like I said,
I'll pass on.
yeah, first, no problem.
That one for now.
Then we get Darlene's.
That one, no comps.
Yeah.
But there was like OPG, like refractor, and the rainbow both sold for like 170. So I thought being like numbered,
Yeah.
somewhere in like the 200 range.
Same thing for that one. Like, essentially, I just go off what I'd go off raw, and then obviously you do a multiplier for like a PSA 10. But it's essentially $20 to $30 was what it sells for raw. So it's because like 15, it's all US, right? So 15 would end up being around 20.
Yeah.
So you could do some kind of multiplier. Usually PSA 10, you're a 3x multiplier, maybe a little bit of a bump from that, but that'd be, yeah, $60-80 essentially. That's kind of what I would value just for me in a PSA 10.
Yeah.
And then bumps all the way around. So essentially that one, it's 100, 85, 130, 115. So they're all over the place, but I'd probably pay the last comp, which is 105, so I'd probably be like $100. Same thing, because if it's 105, then it's be 140 regular, and I'd pay 100. Just
I would do 100 for that
do
one.
100 for that. Okay.
But I mean, I have sold some other things.
Yep.
So
Got a couple there. 20. The greens of 10. Doesn't matter, I guess. 20, 35, $30. 3 of them. Texier. Some of the times. Perfect. No problem. Oh, I said, I think I said 30. 20. Yeah, sorry. It's all good. Perfect. Thank you. What's he got here? Oh, the old Cujo, the dual honorable numbers. That's a sweet card. Willie? Here's that boy. Yeah. Lidstrom. Sweet card. Let's see.
do you like Sorokin?
What's that? Oh yeah.
I like him, but the hobby doesn't for some reason, so it's confusing. It's weird. A top 10 goalie, and he just gets like no love at all.
Yeah. That's at a 25.
Jake Sanderson. How the hell do I do that one now?
There's like 2 of those posted for like $800.
Yeah,
That's
it's funny because the only and like these are these comps are way off now. Obviously, these are literally from 2013, 2014, but it was 100 US, 70, and 76. So it's yeah, that's a. I was like, maybe there'll be something over the last couple of years, but yeah, I have to come back to that one.
Smaller one, I think.
Oh, honorable.
My prices were on the back 13% off of the eBay comps for the most part.
So there's a. I'm just going off other duels, so I essentially just looked up honorable numbers and carry price. So there's a Freddie Anderson that was like 135. Like I said, you probably get more. Kudo's more of a love player.
Yeah.
It's always just hard when you get two players on a card because you're not going to find a carry price collector that usually it's usually just like a goalie fan more than a Montreal fan or a Toronto fan.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. I don't really know what to do on. That one just like intrigues me because of
just because it's like Toronto Montreal.
Yeah.
It's like two like the most historic franchises, like rivalry.
Yeah.
That one's so again no comps, but there was David Pastrnak.
Yeah.
Laundry tag that recently sold for like $420 Canadian on eBay. So I just kind of took that comp and removed the eBay fees to get down to
that one.
Just under 400.
Yeah. That was 2020. Yeah.
But I have room on it.
Yeah. A mint 8.5 maybe whatever, same thing, $75. So that's funny. It's funny you can't find it until that's kind of funny. It's like one of the things you list on eBay. You put the two different spellings. Let's check to see. I don't know what I got left.
Where do you need to be at on that combo versus?
Yeah, I can also do e-transfer if that works for you too. It's up to you.
That's fine.
Yeah, I can. I can do e-transfer. What did I say on that one? I said I was $100. $100 on that.
It was like 140.
So I could do like 75. I do like 200 for the three of them.
200 for the three?
Yeah. Because that one comes around like $30-$35 essentially for the most part. So it just kind of evens it out to 75, take 25, and then 100 for that. So $200 for the pair for the three.
I can
Do that? Perfect. What's your e-transfer? I'll just do that one. How you doing, buddy? What you got here? That's what.
He does a pretty good another guy.
10. Okay.
His last name is Doug.
Just $10 is fine. Perfect. Thank you. I'm easy. It's one of those value boxes are there. I gotta replenish them every once in a while and go from there.
So I gotta get the last fee clear cut the first year.
Yeah.
I didn't want to send it for a grading. I sent it to sell it to him, and he sent it for a grading, and it wasn't doing it. I'm like, okay, that was a good move for me. I guess to sell it.
Laffy's one of my biggest losses of all time. I had his French young gun. I pulled it like early on, and I was like, I'm gonna hold this. I want to grade it. I think it'll come back at 10. Anyways, and I held it forever and ever and ever until PSA's grading actually came down to being like, not $300 to grade it. And anyways, I graded it. Came back a 9, and by that point it was like a $170 card. When I pulled it, it was like a $1,500 card.
No, that was back in the days, 15 for sure. It was like me, my last fee when I pulled it.
Yeah.
$2,000.
Yeah.
I waited 2 or 3 months and ended up selling it for $900.
Yeah. And you're like, well, it's gonna come back up. No. The Bedard one's just the one. That new Bedard card. It's just like it makes zero sense to me, and it hurts my head every time I see it. They're like, it's $1,000. I'm like, makes sense how it's $1,000. Like,
The Easter egg
yeah, the Easter egg. For raw, yeah. I pulled one. I pulled 2 now.
Did you?
Yeah. So I pulled 1 out of a blaster, and then I bought a single blaster from D&M, and then I bought a single pack of D&M out of a hobby box because they have all the hobby box things, and I pulled one out of that. And first one I sold for like $550 or $600, and I was like, holy, like selling it, like I'm gonna sell this, is gonna go down. And then I pulled the other one, and that by that point it was, I think I had it for $900 on eBay, and somebody hit like buy it now.
I think it's going to be worth more than a regular gun.
No. No.
I mean, yes, it's an Easter egg.
Yeah.
I still think the gun, when it's out,
Yeah.
$1,500. People are willing to pay $1,000.
Even like, I was listening to a podcast, it's the Hockey Card Gong Show, and they're talking, they did a great big deep dive, and like right now his like PSA 10 short print is selling for like the same range as like a Future Watch auto of McDavid and Ovechkin. Like PSA whatever, it's like, what? Like that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, because they've had like, he's had like a bunch of $8,000 to $12,000 US sales like of his PSA 10. No, it's like a 8% gem rate or something like that. Like there's only 15 or 18 in the world, but it's like, it's not that great of a card, but it's the only card. It's his only card. And everyone thinks that it's super rare, but it's not. Like there's been like 500 sales on eBay for his cards for that short print.
That many?
It's one, they're one in every like 2 or 3 cases. Like they're not that, it's a hard pull, but like it's not crazy hard. Well, because most short prints, you're gonna get a short print and say it's a case hit. Well, yeah, but it's usually a case hit and it's a 10, 15, 20 card checklist of that short print, of that case hit. So it's like, no, this is, you're getting the same card every 2 or 3, so it's not that rare. Like if you like, once again, if it's a case hit and there's a 10 card checklist, it means you gotta open 10 cases to hit that one guy. Well, no, this is just a guy you hit every 2 or 3 cases. So it's like,
Speaking of the case, did you check the checklist for the series?
yep, I just did a video.
That's going to be more.
I literally just recorded last night and put up this morning as a video about the whole checklist. So I went through every single guy and like looked up all their stats and like figured out everything for them and like who they are, their age, where they're playing, and it goes Bedard, and then like the next 10 young guns, there's one guy that's like an actual like NHL player, and he's the 3rd best defenseman for Anaheim in the checklist. So it's Jackson Lacombe, who he's behind Tristan Luneau, who was a 2nd round pick for the Ducks, but was a 1st overall pick in the Q a couple years ago, and then Pavel Mitnikov or whatever his name is, the one that's playing this year. But
The thing I'm more disappointed is they're going to put their canvas in the extended like they do
card over his short print, like.
I can't wait to see who's going to get the 1 of 1. I wonder if it's going to be the first batch or the second batch. And hopefully they don't put that in the entry-level box, like a retail box. Or
Can you imagine? I hate E-Pack. Fucking hate it. Like, I just put some silver, put some whatever, but you don't need the 101s. I think they said that I think I listened to the same thing in Hockey Card Gong Show, and I think they said like it will be pack pulled, like it won't be an E-Pack. So they kind of like guaranteed that. So I'm pretty sure. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure I remember hearing that on the podcast. They said it's. Yeah. Imagine. Ripping all the cards. Just. Somebody had, I think there's a bounty on it for like something like that, like something crazy.
We're talking about millions right now.
Even like you think it's out of 25, like once again, out of 25 where it's high gloss, like, you know, if his numbers are like crazy like that, like a Crosby high gloss goes for like 60 grand. Like, would Bedard be the same right now? Just not that he should be, but with all the hype, like.
You need to maintain the consistency. You need to do it as well. Is he coming back because of the injury?
So they also talked about, I seen this, I saw this the other day, or somebody messaged me about it. They're talking about how it might not, his Series 2 might be delayed.
Again? They were saying on the 28th, right? February 28th.
I think so. But now they're talking about it being delayed, which then you put your tinfoil hat on. It's like, well, Bedard be back for that date. If he's not back, do they want to release it with this guy, their golden boy on the IR? Yeah. So McDavid high gloss on the 20s, 2020 sold for $50K US. So does like that's US. So like, is there?
Well, high gloss.
Yeah.
50K.
That was a BGS 9, yeah.
Which is not bad.
It's not bad. But if that's 50K, like, does Bedard sell for the same right now? Probably.
It's a new generation.
Oh, yeah. So I'd say 65K Canadian for a high gloss, like, probably right in line for it.
Between you and me, if I pull it, I don't mind you sell it.
Oh, no. I don't care what it is for this. I am selling it. I do not. I could be the biggest diehard Blackhawks fan in the world. It's not going to go up in 10 years.
If I pull that, a high gloss, somebody offers me 50K.
Like his best case scenario is he becomes McDavid. And like if his stuff's already at McDavid prices, it's like, well then why would I hold it right now? Doesn't make sense. Even like boxes, people say like, well, all the boxes, this and that. It's like, well, yeah, but like, you know, like, well, the McDavid box, the McDavid hobby box is $1,000. So this is being at $400 is a good deal. I'm like, yeah, but how many times do you see McDavid boxes get open? Nobody opens them. Nobody opens that shit. They sell it, and then somebody sits on it. It becomes an investment, but nobody actually opens. But I'm like, people want to open this new stuff. How you doing, bud?
Big fan.
Thanks. Appreciate it, man.
Watch it.
Oh, thanks. What's your name? Lee. Eric. Nice to meet you, bud.
I got a question for you.
Yep.
I know you dig into all the products. I got a card in a break the other day. I could not find anything out.
Yep.
Just wondering if you can help me.
Markstrom Black. Dun, dun, dun.
Like even other names, I can find an OV for like $350.
This is UC Saros. This is November, but that'd be like $80 Canadian probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Gold ink, everything else.
Yeah.
Bo Horvat's $30. The nice thing about some of the goalies, like, you know, Bo Horvat's probably got a bunch of signatures, right? Mm-hmm. But like Zach Greinke's $20. If you find the right Jacob Markstrom collector, you might, or goalie collector. Like something. It's the big thing with goalies, because like Kachuk, same thing. He's $20.
Okay.
Dalkovich is $5 US, but Ryan Suter maybe? No, Ryan Strome. It's $10. Seems like most of the names are Jack Hughes was $600 on November 3rd. That makes sense. Man, that guy ran with that money.
So would you say like between 50 and 100?
Yeah, even like 40 to 80 probably. Like I said, that's probably where you're around. Like I said, if you get the right collector, to me it's like an eBay card. Like it's just because you get the right person that's like, once again, a Calgary fan or a Jacob Markstrom fan or whatever. Like I said, it's most of them seem like they go for like 20 to 30 bucks. Like I said, for most of the names. So goalies, you know, like I said, there is the one with UC Saros, so it's a little bit more. So maybe you get a couple bucks more, but like, I think you're probably there. If you get any reasonable offer like on eBay, like even if it was like put up for like $80 and you get like a $30 offer, like probably not even the worst. Yeah. Yeah. Till you know, hopefully before he gets traded or something like that.
Yeah.
Because then if he gets traded, well, yeah, they like him because he's their new goalie, but do they like him in a Calgary uniform? It's always a hard thing when you get traded and stuff.
Gets traded to Toronto.
Yeah. If he gets traded to Toronto, maybe not too bad. But
Probably keep it.
yeah. Oh.
One other question.
Yep.
Buddy of mine, I know you've pulled two.
Yeah.
The
Bedard.
Easter egg.
Yeah.
His son pulled one.
Yeah.
9 years old out of
Yeah.
Walmart. Too.
Yeah.
He's looked it over. He wants to send it to PSA.
Yeah.
What value would you put on that?
Depends on what he thinks he's gonna get. If he thinks he's gonna get 10, he'll get upcharged like crazily, right? So he could have a bill of a couple $100, but like his Bedard,
I seen one go to auction for 11.2 the other day.
PSA 9. Most of them come back like a 9, even a 9. So essentially, these are all U.S. prices, but 1,800, 1,700, 1,400, 12. So, but lately, the last 1,800. So you're 15. So you're probably around 2K Canadian. So you're probably gonna get upcharged. What was that 100? And he'd probably pay like $150, probably. If it comes back at 9, if it comes back at 8, they sell around I think 1,000 right around raw prices. I don't know. I would probably look at getting a hold of Brad and them down in like Halifax. It's PSA Canada. They just.
I don't know how we're going to afford to sign him.
Well, you're going to trade Marner is how. That's the way.
Probably someone's got to go. Yeah.
Marner's the one that makes sense because Marner's the one that you can get the most back for, right? Like Tavares doesn't make any sense to get rid of, and Tavares is gone after next year
we should
anyways.
be able to sign him for $4 million.
Yeah, but Tavares will be gone after next year, right? I think next year's his last year. So, but like you can't trade Tavares because like nobody's gonna take the contract. You're gonna essentially have to pay them to take it. So Marner, hey, I'm gonna get a bunch of first-round picks and a bunch of good rookies and prospects and everything else. It's like Marner's the one that makes sense. I think they might afterwards. I think they'll keep Tavares. You can't trade him. Just you're gonna if you sign him next year after his contract's up, then great. But I just don't think you can trade his contract. It's just. Like I said, you'll end up having to pay somebody draft picks and everything else to take them. It just doesn't make sense. So that's why I've said forever. It's because everyone says, "Well, just trade Tavares." I'm like, it's great in theory. Yeah.
Good shows back in the day. Crystal Palace.
No, it's the joys of it. It's like I said, everyone thinks they know the best for all these teams. Everyone's an expert, right? So. It's fun. We're all experts at the end of the day. That's right. We never admit when we're wrong. When we're like, they shouldn't have signed that guy. It's at 25.
What's the damage on him?
$1,200 is what I have on it. There's a couple that were like $1,000, but they were only like the one color patch, so I just put a little bit of a premium on a 2-color. Something a little better than a napkin. Ganovi out of 10. Got the exclusive for carry price. A bunch of
Exclusive.
Oh yeah.
That's why that was so much.
Yeah. I'm not just crazy.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Oh, those ones are so hard to tell the exclusive anyways because it's like, especially with his card, it almost like blends into the pads and stuff. So a lot of people give me the weird look. They're like, are you crazy? You think carry price is worth $1,300? No, but I think an exclusive is, probably around there.
I was thinking,
Yep.
trying to get down on these bad here.
Yeah.
So you did 350 on
I did
that.
350 for that.
What if we throw in him and Swarovski?
Yeah.
Would you do 5?
I do. Probably wouldn't do 5 because I think 350, and then that would be even if I did say 315.
That's not your math isn't right, Dave.
Yeah. Then 350, and then if even if I said 80 for that, then that'd be 430, and then that'd be 70.
It doesn't look very busy here. Cards are down in price.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's me. That's what I every day.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
What happened to him? He fell off.
Well, it's just Peterson showed up, and you know he's playing good. Quinn Hughes. It's what was the offer again? Sorry.
5 for those two, him and him.
Okay.
We're only going to offer you 100 for him anyway.
Yeah. So that's
80. So we're only like $30 off. I thought you'd throw those two in. I'll take the whole lot off you for 5. That's all I got anyway.
So I knew he was going to come. So I messaged her.
my number was gonna be 540, but I do 520. I know I'm kind of being a stickler,
I'm not
but
going to argue over
yeah.
$20.
Just do it.
I ain't got time. One,
Trying to do numbers in my head.
I know I couldn't do it myself. I go on
You actually paid $100 extra. You didn't realize. So we did the Slavkovsky 9, the McTavish clear cut that I picked up at the Expo, McTavish 10, and the Morgan Riley I just picked up. Tried to. Perfect. What was your name again?
Dave.
Dave. Nice to meet you, Dave.
You got a card or anything?
I don't have a card. I'm on eBay. I'm on YouTube. All that stuff. From the bench, YT for YouTube. From the bench, and then YT at the end. Yeah, it's me.
All right, man.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you. So I spent the last little bit of the show walking around, checking out other booths. So I got a bunch of stuff. Brad upstairs, got a bunch of platinum. So I got Matthew Tkachuk, Petro, Gold, Seismic, Bergeron, Stone, Goalie, Kucherov, Panarin, Stone, Landy, Brian Boyle, Young Gun, Giroux, Stone, Brule, Umberger, and a Gino. Got all those for $45 for all those. Pretty good deal. And then stopped over and seen Sylvain at Slab Sharks upstairs. Slab Sharks, by the way, if you guys don't know. Affiliate link down below if you guys are looking to sign with Slab Sharks. Really good deals. Anybody has any questions, send me a message on Instagram. I can talk you through the whole consignment thing. They do a ton of eBay auctions once every week. They have them go on Thursdays, but if you got some deals, let's get Landy for the PC. See you, buddy. Jeff Carter, PSA 9. Mike Richards, PSA 9. Phil, The Thrill. Wild Bill. Morgan Frost, Clear Cut. Jordan Stahl, PSA 10. A Kadri, PSA 10. And a Ryan O'Reilly, PSA 10. Got all of those for $470. So big deal I had earlier that was 500 and some. It's all done. It's all done. All that money is gone now with those, with all of this. So hope you guys enjoy this. Like I said, gonna pack up. Everyone else is done. It is now 1:10. So ended at 1 o'clock. As always, I'm the last one packing up here. So I hope you guys enjoy this. And for Eric from the bench, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.